Hello everyone, I am your produce guy. Today I want to talk to you about washing your vegetables. I was in a grocery store this morning and there on the produce shelves they had a bottle of produce wash. Now that's a great idea and you can pick up that produce wash at your local produce department and wash your produce with it. But to me it seemed a little bit pricey when we can make our very own produce wash here at home with ingredients from right around the house. And it'll be just as effective. What I've got here for you today is a cup of water, a quarter cup of white vinegar, a tablespoon of lemon juice freshly squeezed, and a tablespoon of baking soda. We're going to combine those ingredients, put them in our spray bottle, and clean up some of our produce here. Alright, I'm going to first add my liquid ingredients together here, get my vinegar in there, along with my lemon juice, and I'm going to give that a stir. The vinegar is very acidic, so is the lemon juice. Vinegar is a great disinfectant all on its own, but with these other ingredients it's terrific. Now we're going to add only half of our baking soda because there's going to be a chemical reaction between the vinegar and the baking soda. We're going to kind of let that settle in there with half of it and let that foam go down, which those bubbles are popping right now. Get our other half in there. There we go. And we are ready to fill our bottle. Alright, I've got my spray bottle. I picked up a brand new one today, a nice green one to let me know that this is for vegetables and fruits only. And I've got my solution all prepared here, and just into the bottle it goes. The importance of washing your vegetables kind of came home to me again just this week. We've got a neighbor girl, 8 years old, just lives down the street from us. She is right now, well, I think she's coming home today, in the hospital from an E. coli infection that she has suffered. There was an outbreak years ago in California. And that outbreak came from melons that sit on the ground and can get in contact with that E. coli. And you have your melon, if you don't wash the skin, you're thinking you're not eating the skin. If you don't wash the skin, when you slice through it with your knife can carry that bacteria from the exterior into the fruit where you're going to consume it. So that is an important reason why we always wash our vegetables. Now we've got our spray. We can get our vegetables and fruit washed right now. Now with the fruit that I'm not going to eat the skin, I'm just going to spray this down and leave it set for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that'll be fine. With my cucumbers, I am going to eat the skin. So I'll do the same procedure with those. Get the wash on there and let them set the same 3 to 5 minutes, but when I rinse them off, I'm going to give them a little scrub. Same for the carrot with my vegetable brush as I'm rinsing them off. So I'll just take a little bit of dirt off there. Now the spray bottle works great for your hard-skinned vegetables that you're going to clean. But what about those leafy greens? Well, for that you need a wash here. So I've prepared a large bowl. You can do this in your sink, but I prefer to utilize my sink for some other things right now. I've got another quarter cup of white vinegar that'll go in there, and then to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. The vinegar will disinfect and it will also remove the wax off of any vegetables that have been waxed. You get those tomatoes at the store and they've got that waxy, fake looking coating on it. 10 to 15 minutes in this wash and that vinegar will dissolve that wax right off of it. Really good. Okay. The salt, what that does is if you've got lettuce or leafy greens that have little crevices in them, the salt will get any little critters that might still be hanging out in there, or other items like that will they'll come right out. Now I've got some Napa cabbage here. I'm going to toss this into the wash. The next step in this is to take it over to the sink, and rinse it off after this has been soaking in the water about 25 to 30 minutes. You let that soak. Now, the vinegar is not going to change the flavor of the vegetable, so if you let it soak for 30, 35, you're okay there. But 25 to 30 seems to be the magic time period. Now, what's really nice about having the salt in this water is if you have homegrown leafy vegetables, one of the problems with homegrown is you'll get bugs in there because you generally don't use pesticides on your backyard garden. I know I don't, and you'll sometimes have little bugs in there. The salt will get them out, so that's a great remedy for you home gardeners. Anyway, once you've rinsed this, you need to dry it off so you can let it dry in a colander, or you can put it in a salad spinner if you have one of those. If you don't and you need them dry in a hurry, well, what we've done in the past is get a tea towel and put the vegetables in there, grab the corners, and send your son or your husband outside to spin that thing. And they give it a few spins like that, and the water will come off and be absorbed into the towel. So once it's dry, you can then store it for a day or two in the fridge. But I find it's best myself to use it right away because, of course, as we know, fresh is best. You put it in the fridge, it could be subject to other bacteria. So if you put it in there, be sure it's sealed and so that bacteria can't get to it. Well, that's our video on produce wash here today. I hope this has been helpful to you. Remember, wash those vegetables and fruits before you use them. Thanks very much for being with us. I am your produce guy, reminding you that fresh is best. Oh wait, I've got to rinse this off. Today's episode, we're going to talk about kale, a member of the cabbage family. Very much like wild cabbage because it doesn't form a head like our cultivated products. It is just a leafy vegetable. This is one of several vegetables in the cabbage family.